I mean, we might be more nervous when it comes closer to the actual tour because, I mean, there are going to be some pretty big shows and, I don't know, there's some pretty big shoes to fill. A lot of amazing bands have headlined the Honda Civic tour in the past, so I think we have some pretty big shoes to fill, but we can do it.
Yep.
We had this one show that we were getting ready for. It was one of our first shows we ever played in Nashville, and we didn't have a name. And I remember just sitting, and we were all in Josh's room for hours, like on a daily basis. We would just sit in there and write out names and, like, you know, what's gonna sound good, like what fits with our songs, like what fits with our style. Do we want it to mean something? And, like, I remember going through a few names before we actually came to Paramore, but Paramore was always around, like it was always on the list. You know, it was just something that I think we were kind of like nervous about committing to, and it was a one-word name, and it was like, I don't know, but in the end it fit. I looked it up. There's a lot of cool meanings for it. It means for love, it means secret love, and we all kind of felt like it fit. It really just fit what we did in our music and just kind of who we are as a band. So Paramore, so that's what it's been.
I don't think it's weird, I mean, to be a rock band in the country music capital. I think it's cool because we stand out, you know. There's so many country artists in Nashville, but I don't know if we were one of the first rock bands to really ever sort of make it out of Nashville, but I mean, as far as I know, like, we're one of the few, so it's an honor, and it's really, I think a lot of people respect us for that, so it's a cool thing to kind of have under our belts, you know.
For us, touring is a really big part of our band, and it's pretty much all we do. And yeah, we've been to like a million different places the past couple years, and you know, we just got back from a tour on the Pacific Rim, you know, going to Japan and Australia and New Zealand and Singapore and the Philippines. All those places are great. You know, what I love about the Honda Civic tour that we're about to do is that it's in America. I mean, after touring around the world and stuff, it's always good to come back home and just play, you know, in your own country. So I'm looking forward to, you know, doing the States one more time, hitting that.
Every time there's been a Honda Civic tour, we've been on tour ourselves, and we've always been like, oh cool, Honda Civic tour is going on, maybe we'll catch that. Not. But there's been a lot of amazing ones. I mean, I think, like, I really wish I could have seen the Blink-182 on Honda Civic tour. I've still never seen them play, but I think some of the earlier ones are the ones that I'm kind of most jealous of. I mean, I was probably really young when those were going on, but yeah, ever since we've been on tour, it's been a goal of ours to, like, be on it, and the fact that not only are we on it, but our name is at the top of it, like we're headlining it, it's really, really cool, and I hope that other bands kind of see it going around, all the flyers and the promotion and everything for it, and say the same thing that we did, you know, 5 years ago. And what's cool is that it's possible. Like I said before, some of the earlier ones were I think were really, really cool. Blink and New Found Glory and Good Charlotte, that would have been awesome to see. It's a show that, to this day, like, kids are talking about, you know, and that's the kind of show we want to put on, you know, a show that in 10 years, kids are going to be like, man, I wish I could have seen that show. Like, that Civic tour must have been incredible.
Advice for all you fans, like, trying to win this car, learn how to drive a stick, because if you drive an automatic car, you're going to be screwed.
So just pull a branch off of a tree and learn how to drive it.
Yeah, drive a stick.
Stick, please.
Drive a stick.
I'm going to teach the fan how to drive it, pedal to the metal.
He's going to try and win it himself.
I am going to try and win it myself. Every day, every night, whenever, you know, when we have the show and the fans can put their names in, I'm just going to be like, yeah, I'll put it in there. Make my name, put it in there. Be sick. So, I'm your competition, guys. Watch out.
In the past, we've gotten biodegradable silverware at catering, and we've also recycled. It's kind of tough on the road, and that's why I think it's so cool that we're going to have it out. We're going to have a booth out on the tour to learn, because like I said, we're going to be just as much I think we're going to be just as fascinated by the whole thing as everyone else is, because we're going to be learning more ways to make our shows more friendly for the environment. So as of right now, anything that we've done is pretty minor, but maybe there's a lot more that we could do.
A typical day in the life of me on the road, I like to sleep in as much as possible because I have a problem with going to sleep at nighttime. So I go to sleep really late, wake up really late. It's kind of awesome, but usually I like to wake up and see amazing weather like this. And I usually get on my bike and ride around through the city, go find a bike shop or somewhere to eat, you know, stop at catering because eating is just so important to me. And I don't know, it's fun. Like sometimes if you're not feeling as good or if it's not sunny outside, we'll throw on a movie and watch it on the bus, and you know, we'll have sound check and interviews and lots of stuff like that. But I really like to focus on the riding my bike around and enjoying the city, because it's just a different way to experience the city, and I really enjoy it.
Well, I can't eat spicy foods on the road because of my throat. So I'm always trying to find stuff that is awesome but also safe for my throat. I usually try to sneak ice cream all the time. I'm not supposed to have a lot of dairy, but I do. And what else? We always keep Captain Crunch berries on the bus. Go through about 4 boxes of those a week. And almond milk, just to add something healthy in there.